Students arrived at school in Levant this morning in style. Grace Bradley takes us along for the ride.
4 fourth graders got a special ride to school today, thanks to Levant Fire's Spark Pug fire prevention program.
It starts in September. We come in every single month and spend some time with our fourth graders, just educating them and actually getting to know us as firefighters in the community. The PUG and Pug was plan, understand, get out. It goes from back, we saved a pug in a fire. It's our mascot. I keep him close to heart.
During the year-long program, fourth graders are taught fire prevention and safety tips.
Close your door if there's a fire in your house. You can go to bed at night, so you make sure the door is closed. Check your smoke detectors. Understanding basic fire safety, but also first aid, CPR.
As a treat for those who did all their homework, some students rode to school in the back of the Levant Department's fire trucks. Not to mention the grand entrance they made when they arrived at Suzanne Smith Elementary School.
Hello!
The goal of the program is not only to lay a foundation for fire safety knowledge, but also to show how students can grow up and contribute.
One of the ultimate goals was to get into fourth graders, teach them about fire safety, and hopefully plant a seed so they actually want to be in the fire service. You know what? Maybe they'll be my job one day. They could be fire chief, right, Natalie? And you can have my job one day.
The Fire Safety Fun doesn't stop there. Up next is the Spark Pug Summer Academy for students who completed the program this year. Grace Bradley, WABI TV5 News,